Greetings, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. As for me, I'm buried in legalese. Forms that I'm filling out. Can't show the front because they all have stamps. But this is how thick some of them are. I gotta go through every one of these pages. Let's just say I'm up to my neck with these legalese. Though I don't have legal training, I got a legal mind. And there's something about injustice that just brings out that warrior in me. There's something about unfair games, double playing that really doesn't sit very well with me. There's something about oppression that does not leave me feeling broken. It kind of pushes me to my feet. And when I fall down a million times, I will rise again when I see injustice in any form towards any people. So I'm buried with all this paperwork and it's stressful, but I'm willing to see it to the end. I say this to say, or jump into today's topic. Today I want to talk about the government of Jamaica and how they are currently amending the legislation to pass what is called the NIDS, which is a bill forcing citizens by law to submit personal, and I have some notes here that I left for myself, some personal, general, biometric information, which includes retina scan, fingerprints, toe prints, blood type, religion, etc. All the information will be stored in a database controlled by the government. And so failure for citizens to get the NIN or national identity number will affect the following. And this is very important. Passport, birth registration, death, marriage, driver's license, voting rights, access to commercial or academic, industrial, or socioeconomic services. And after 3 years of not having an NIDS, you will be fined $100,000 or be sentenced to whatever. Now, the cost of this, and in an article below this video, I'm going to put it because I don't want to read all that today. What this NIDS is about. It's amalgamating all the different kinds of IDs in one. And while we know that we have these different kinds of IDs here, there's something about forcing individual to give eye scan. Something about the fingerprint doesn't bother me so much because I understand you have a database with fingerprints, but there's something very strange about this. It's the way they're going about it, and it's not discussed as usual with the Jamaican people. So the cost of getting this thing that people are not asking for, the Jamaican people are not asking for this, but the cost of it is 68.5. I think in another article that I read, I think it comes up to I think some Korean company that is administering this thing is charging, I think it's 130,000 US, and the Jamaican whatever it is, 600, sorry, either 630 or 650 million, sorry, 630 million dollars, and Jamaica will pay another. To me, it amounts to over 700 and something million dollars for this thing. And again, I will provide you with the accurate number because I'm just speculating on the numbers right now. So, what is this thing? Why is Jamaica in such a hurry to pass this bill and in such a hush tone? So you can't register the birth of your child. You can't get married. You can't do income tax. You can't get your passport. You can't get all of these things if you don't get this. And of course, there are people who are religious. They're going to talk about the mark of the beast. I'm not talking about the mark of the beast today. What I am looking at here is to say, that Jamaica, stop allowing the people that you elect, the people that you ask to govern you, to make decisions that affect your lives without consultation. It is not proper. It is not right. And what I'm noticing with our Jamaican people is how easy it is for you to attack the regular citizens like yourself, how easy it is for you to go out and condemn your own, the people who are struggling with you in hard times, and you're not holding your government accountable. Jamaican government, I have kept an open mind about the JLP and the PNP because I'm down no party line. I always say whichever government means the best for the people are the ones who I support. Now I support none of you because none of you have shown that you care about the Jamaican people. Now, again, I don't remember the number off the top of my head because I don't have it in my hand right now. But I'm thinking, let's just say it's just 630 million US dollar is going to go towards putting the people of Jamaica on what appears to be apartheid type pass cards, because you're saying if you don't do these things, then therefore you cannot, that means you can't sell, you can't buy, you can't do anything, you can't operate in the country. And not only is your financial situation going to be affected, but your freedom is going to be affected as well. There's something wrong with that picture. Where I live, I don't feel that way about the past, about the IDs that I have to date. If it changes in the future, that is different. But for now, I don't feel like I'm in captivity. I don't feel like I'm in bondage. I know that if I don't have certain kinds of IDs, I can't participate in certain things. For example, if I don't have my health card, I can't go to the doctor. But the thing about it is the government of the country where I live asked me to have a password to protect my interests. So individuals from outside of this country who doesn't enjoy the benefits that I enjoy cannot come here and abuse it. Therefore, the health card helps me to get free health care. I think the government has all right to put that in place. If I don't have a driver's license, I can't operate a vehicle. It is for my own protection and the protection of the other citizens that live here. But to merge all of these things and not explain why you're doing it to the Jamaican people, I think is very problematic. Extremely problematic. It raises a red flag. What is this about? Why are you doing this? And the big question I have for the Jamaican government, if you found money to create national pass cards for the citizens of Jamaica, why is it that you've never done that in creating opportunities that are allowed the economy to turn around? It seems like when it comes to putting people into bondage, when it puts individuals or regular citizens at a place where you can control them, you find time to do it. Apparently, you were locked away and you stayed there until you were able to pass this bill, another of your hundreds and thousands of bills that you have that does absolutely nothing to liberate the people. I've got a problem with this NID and whatever it's called bill, NIDS. It is a problem, but the thing is, the Jamaican people seem to feel like they have no autonomy. They feel like you are in political governance and you can make all decisions that affect their life without their input. The Jamaican people are way too docile and way too accepting of abuse, way too accepting of being dismissed in their own country. And that's the problem I'm having. If you can find all this money to create pass cards under the pretense that you want to fight crime, please understand that when individuals walk around with a pass card that give you access to their, eye color and their fingerprint and their DNA and all these other things that you want to find out, you want to give a regular police officer that kind of power to take somebody's card and swipe it and know everything about these individuals. Where are their privacy? Where is the privacy that individuals should have? When you go to the hospital, no one wants to discuss your health information with other persons. That is private and confidential. And to think that a police officer could swipe this card and have access to all this, it is way too much. It is way too much. Jamaican government, uno no good. In plain terms, uno no good. I'm thinking the leaders that are in our country are definitely those slave persons who used to whip their own people. I think when they're picking you to govern, they already knew that you were the kind of people who had the kind of spirit that would be destructive to your own people. None of uno no good. None. Neither the head or the stream is no good. You mean no good of the Jamaican people, and it's time for them to see who you are. These sneaky things that you pass, you lie. You lie about the prison. Now you're lying about this thing. But what is worse, lying is not the problem. It's a disrespect you have towards the people. You don't believe that you can have discussions with the country. You're legal people, you're legal minds. You go behind closed doors and you make laws and policies to govern people's life. That is what you do. There's nothing wrong in of itself with that. But consultation with the regular people, you have no respect for them. You see them as nothing. That's why you can do these things. And then you have the nerve and the audacity to put clause within these policies to criminalize individuals if they don't participate. So they have no freedom of will, no freedom of choice. You just put these things down their throat and force them. Jamaica, a country surrounded by the Caribbean Sea. And there's always this idea that the worst slaves, the more aggressive slaves were brought there. And I'm beginning to think maybe it's true. But also, the slave master understood that if you put the people in the middle of an island surrounded by the Caribbean Sea, it is difficult for them to escape. It is that mentality why our slave masters or former slave masters had when they put us in the island of Jamaica to keep us surrounded by ocean where you cannot escape. Death appears to be the only way out. And individuals who have managed to escape to go to other parts of the world now look at you and start to see that you're worse than the slave master. Because what you're doing to the people, you're absolutely worst. Because when they took black people into bondage, they did it because they were thinking of building their wealth, building their financial network. But why are you black people doing it? You're evil. I don't respect any of you Jamaican government. This thing is very sinister. What is going on with this is not something that we can look at and say this is about crime, because if it was about crime, those billions of dollars, that is what it's gonna amount to, could create hospitals. Your hospitals are in shambles. Your filing system is a disgrace. People's health records thrown down on the floor. The crime rate in the island is horrible. There's no jobs. Young people walking around. People go to university trying their best to do something better with their life, and they're walking around feeling hopeless and helpless, killing each other. And some of these killers are actually working for people within the system who pay them to do this. It's not a good thing. Now, when I'm saying these things, it'd be offensive to somebody, but you people who are in this job doing the best you can to destroy the Jamaican people, it is a very dangerous game that you're playing. It's very dangerous. The political parties in Jamaica are supposed to be there to be supportive of what is best for their own people. But instead, what they're doing, I actually feel safer with individuals who people used to say was our enemy. I feel safer. There's an opportunity for me to take care of my kids. There's an opportunity for me to come out of poverty. There's an opportunity for me to at least get health care from the very people who we sometimes like to demonize. And when we look at our own people and look at the levels that they will sink to, and look at how they line us up, put us out there like those individuals who used to bring the black man's body to auction. You're doing the same thing. But listen, there is something or someone's or something in the elements in the universe that is greater than you. And the holes you dig to bury your brothers and sisters, you're going to fall into it. The thing that you behind closed doors try to sign to subject your people to apartheid like living, you're going to find yourself held in bondage because of what you're doing. Jamaican people, stop being stupid, stop being blind, Stop acting like you don't see what is happening. Bless everybody.